Well, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So today, something we're going to be doing is actually changing out the wiper for the wiper delete. So we're going to be getting rid of that back wiper back here. Now, this is just a really nice location, so I figured this is a really cool place to start off the vid, but we will no longer be seeing that whole mess right there. It'll be a lot cleaner looking. Kalli said that the wiper had actually flown up on her a couple times on her way driving on the highway, so that's kind of crazy, but excited for you guys to see what this is going to look like. But here is a little before clip, and now let's get into removing it. All right, guys, so we're back at the house now, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to open up this hatch, and I believe to get to the wiper, we are going to want to remove these two big pieces of plastic trim. We'll get there in a minute. I have to look into that. Actually, I think they pull up on the bottom and then slide down. But what we got right here is from DC5 Association, and this is the entire wiper delete. It's just some silicone and a little black plate to make it look like it's just like factory. This is like flush black, so it won't stick up like other wiper deletes, and it'll look really, really clean. You hopefully won't really even notice, but it'll go right there and it won't stick up. That's pretty much it. It's kind of exciting stuff. So we're gonna pull this trim off now. So actually, the first thing we got to do is we actually got to pop these little plastic tabs off and get to the screw that is right in there, little Phillips head. So we're gonna pop those out now. Pretty simple. It takes down these little hangers. These hangers are really good too for if you want the privacy shade for your rear trunk. But we were thinking about grabbing one for Kalli's car at one point, but we don't need to now since she's tinted her windows. So that is not as necessary now. Now hopefully all we're gonna do is take this and pop it right off. So now we're gonna take the little screwdriver we got here and pop off the little tabs on the interior trunk panel. There's one there, there's one right here. We got a Phillips head screw in here we got to take off. This pulls right down, thankfully, and I think that might be it. We actually might have a screw or two in here. Actually, I think we're good. So yeah, we're gonna pull off that screw and pull this trim off. Now this piece of trim just kind of pulls towards us if you're sitting inside of the car like me. I just gotta work it right out. Awesome. Well, here we are. We're gonna want to unplug the wiper motor. Now, as you can see here, all I did was I took a screwdriver, I bent this plastic, pulled this off. So that's just gonna kind of sit just as it is. Something I realized we're probably gonna want to do first though is actually unbolt the wiper from the top half, because we won't be able to squeeze this all through at once, very obviously. So right here, we just popped up this little plastic clip, and right underneath it is sitting this hopefully 10mm nut. It is a 12, I figured. It's a little big. So we're gonna grab our 12mm socket, put it on there, and get that free. So we got Kalli with a 12mm. She's gonna crack that off. It's gonna be pretty painful. Yeah, there you go. Sweet. Now we just gotta undo that nut. You can probably do it by hand, honestly. And then we gotta probably lift up the wiper at the 12 o'clock position. So just like this, and give it a good yank. But we wanna be real careful because we don't want to hit the wing and scratch it. So probably just gonna take this and give it a couple good pulls. Maybe gotta take my time. We'll get it off. I don't think it's ever been off. I won't lie to you guys, I don't think I've ever done a simple project on this car. But what I'm doing right now is we are going to be probably cutting this out if possible. This is not going well at all for me. So I'm gonna put down some mats just that I don't get sparks on the windshield or on the glass. And we are going to try to cut this off. It's pretty much all I can do right now. All right, guys, so we just pulled the back wiper off of the car now. Making those cuts definitely loosen this right up to where I could just pull it right off like nothing. We don't plan on using that again, so not a big deal. Now, we got to remove these little pieces of rubber on the top and go down below inside of the car and pretty much remove the 10mm bolts to get that out. But as you can see right here, we also have one more big nut we got to pop off, which looks like we can do it right by hand. So that's pretty cool. Look at that. Look at that. Bam. All right. We just got this left, and I think I am going to go unbolt down below and see what we can do, because I think this needs to come out after we take the wiper motor out. So now what we got to do is remove these three 10mm bolts, and this should just pull right out of place. We got Kalli on there now. She's going to loosen these up. And once all those bolts are out, it should just fall right out of place, honestly. All right, here we are. Last bolt's coming out, and this should just fall literally right out of place. Well, there's your wiper motor. Deletes a couple pounds. Not that we're doing it for the weight saving aspect, but I think all we're gonna do now is remove this little rubber grommet very carefully. I hate that it's We're gonna remove this real carefully and then get in there and put in our wiper delete. It should be really simple from here. Just dropped, there was a big washer on this side that had to come out. Ooh, this makes me anxious. Bam, there we are. All right. Oh, there it goes. Nice. All right. Well, now it's time for the wiper delete. Let's clean that up a little bit and set it in place. So essentially how this works is this is the wiper delete. Now this is not the faceplate. As you can see, it sticks up. We don't want that. So as you can see, this smaller circle is actually what notches in through the exterior hole. Just like so. So we're going to put some silicone around the inside lip, stick it on there, and that's it. But at least it'll never like blow off the car. If it were to come off, it'd just fall in the car. And I believe we're just siliconing it, obviously to keep it there, but to also prevent moisture from getting in the car. We're going to take our silicone, we're going to want to be real careful, but we're going to run a nice bead all along the outside of the part. And we're just going to stick it up there. I hope, I don't know how long this takes to dry. It says 15 minutes, so we're going to run with it. And if I get any extra on the piece, it's okay. I will be able to clean it off after. But I think I just got to stick it up there and kind of hope for the best and hope it holds up there. We've gotten our panel and we are going to stick it in place. And I think that's it. Bam. Now we just leave it. I'm going to go up top, make sure it's centered. So we'll close this. We'll take a look, see how we like it. Center it out. Bam. Just like that. We're going to let that dry. And that's it. Then we're done. Well, we've gotten all the trim back in the car. Now we can close this up. Well, there you guys have it. No more wiper on the back of the RSX. It looks so much cleaner. Right now, it is a little messy, but we can clean that up later. Just took my finger and ran it around. I got some on the glass because it's going to be very easy to remove off the glass with a razor blade. Other than that, I'm liking it. I think it looks really, really good. I think this was very, very needed for the car. And I'll see you guys in whatever other projects we have going on with the car next. Hey, what's up, guys? So it's a new day. We are driving Kalli's RSX, taking it on a quick test drive because she states that when the car is driving down the road, and I've experienced it one time as well, the steering wheel will start kind of shaking pretty violently around 70, 75-ish, especially if she's in the left lane to pass. Now, something else that's going on is when you hit the brakes, the wheel gets some pretty bad shake. So I assume that probably come from something like the brake rotors being warped. I don't really feel it at low speeds, but there's them driving by in the Benz right now. Some free rollers. You can kind of see it in my arm as well. There it is, kind of shaking when we apply the brakes. Look at that. So pretty dangerous. Something that 100% needs to be looked into sooner than later. All right, guys, we are over at Shaq's shop right now, and we are going to be taking a look at the car. We're going to pull off all four wheels because, well, we have some slotted rotors to put on the car all around and some new brake pads. We also got some new axles. I believe that's our problem. We're going to stick our hand in there, grab it, shake it, see if we can see anything, but figured we'd order them anyway. And if we don't need them, well, then we don't need them. But we also got some tire ends. These are pretty cooked as well. So let's get these wheels off. So I'm definitely not going to do as much of a how-to video, but I'm just going to walk you guys through what we have going on with the car, just because we're a little limited on time, and I like to keep you guys posted with what we have going on. But the first thing we're going to do is release that e-brake that I have pulled. That way we can get this off. The luxury of like electric tools and swivel sockets. It's such a game changer, though.
I don't do any manual stuff.
I don't blame you. This was a big game changer. Now we can just pry this off. So something we're talking about right now, guys, is that we were already under the assumption that the brakes aren't what's giving us the shudder, but we figured we would replace them anyway because we have the upgraded brakes. But up here, you can tell that this has definitely just been pad slapped. I mean, look at the grooves. There's a bit of a lip right here as well. So this has definitely been pad slapped. This rotor's pretty old, so it definitely won't hurt it to replace. So that's going to be awesome. Shaq soaked a bunch of things in PB Blaster as well, which will make this a lot nicer. But now, was there a screw in the face of this?
Probably at one point.
Oh, okay. Someone just didn't add it back. So I just got to remove the bracket and hammer this off, pull it off, and try to hit it like right here on the sides. Or maybe they'll just pop off. Oh, that's cool. So this essentially is just retracting that back in place.
So it just pushes it and then...
Damn, so this is an essential tool I would have needed by hand or...
Oh yeah, so normally by hand, you would have a ratchet and a little block you put on it, and you would have to push it and twist it at the same time.
Oh man!
But this one with the air,
I didn't realize. I was just telling Shaq guys, is I thought the e-brake was inside of the drum, but it's actually not on these, which is pretty neat. And it makes sense because I saw this on the caliper and it wasn't making a lot of sense, and now it all adds up. All right, we just got our bracket bolts out of here. This can come off, and now we should be able to kind of play with this. Right off, give it some taps, probably right around, and should come right off, honestly. Oh, there's a little before, and bam! Now we have our after. These are looking really, really cool, really clean too. Very excited to get these up on the car. And they're even marked rear driver side, so the other one is rear passenger. So I'll need that one first, but ain't that quite a difference? If you need your brakes done, come see my boy Shaq. Look at this. He's greasing the slide pins and everything. And I know you guys do this on customer cars normally, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so. Every car. So some shops skip out on those little details, and that is prolongs the life of your brakes. We're gonna take these though, and we're gonna hit them with some brake clean, and then go put this on the passenger side of the car. Yeah, look at that. Now we just gotta finish putting together the slide pins and everything, get the caliper bracket on, get these back on, get our new pads in. We also got some ceramic pads, so we upgraded to the drilled and slotted rotors with ceramic pads. What was the company you said these were from? Power Stop. So here you are. Check it. R35 GTR. Woo. So we've just gotten the pads back in place. We got our bracket back on. Everything's all cleaned up. Now we're going to slide our caliper over the pads and tighten that down. Try to do this one-handed. I definitely going to need both hands. Now we're going to throw our wheel back on there, but what a difference. Sorry this isn't really a crazy how-to. I'm just kind of walking you guys through what we got going on, because the how-to is really the wiper, and I should have done this, but it's okay. I'll throw these wheels back up on here. Well, we've gotten our wheels on. I'll show you guys that in a bit. Shaq already took off the front caliper and bracket, just like we did in the back. Same idea, trying to do this one-handed, but that can come off. And actually what I want to show you guys is, this is one of the pads. So this one was pretty smoked, so definitely a good thing that we're doing this now. This one had some life, but the other one was pretty smoked, so definitely cool to see. And nothing too major on this, but you can tell it's been on there a real long time. All right, next we got our axle nut coming off. We got our 36 millimeter, and we just gotta send it. I already broke it free, so came off real easy. I'll give it to you live, one more side. Bam. Cool. Ooh, so pretty much what we got going on now is to be able to remove the axle. We actually have to remove these two bolts right here and the little bracket holding in the brake line up here. And is that our wheel speed sensor? Our wheel speed sensor, sorry. So we got to remove that bracket for this, and I think that's it. Maybe this bracket. We'll probably just loosen this too, get this off. That way we have enough room to play, and we'll pull it off to the side. Our strut will sit in place, and we can pull our axle out and away from the transmission. This one's got a little bit of a center support, so hopefully we can just disconnect it right there. Pull this out of the hub, pull it straight out, and put our new axles in. Wow, that was fast. Should I just put a proper up there, prod it off? She's out. No, not bad. A little loose, but nothing that would give us that kind of a shake, I don't think. But we just undid this. It was a 19 wrench and a, I believe, 22 millimeter socket for the nut sat on this side, the bolt sat on this side, and so pulled those off. Now this will come right out of the strut, and we can pull it out to get our. Oh, I might have to hit this. Oh, this might be. Maybe what our problem is, I don't know. We'll figure this out real quick. We gotta tap this out though, and that way we can get to the axle. So Shaq has just reinstalled the axle into the transmission. Just kind of push it in there, make sure it's nice and tight, and then we gotta reline up these splines with our wheel hub.
This one is definitely messed up.
It is? Good! Not often you hear that, but yeah, this is hopefully our problem. And Shaq says he's definitely thinking so that's awesome. Hold this side. Ow. Yeah, there we go, she's coming. Perfect. All right, look at this. I need two hands. We will pull this out of here. And oh shit! Yeah, she go wiggly right here.
Yep. See how loose that is?
Damn. Yeah, let's check the new one. Give you a little difference. Yeah, look at that. Cool. Well, that's awesome. Actually, that makes me feel really relieved. You know. This would be the new one. You'll see kind of a difference in what we got going on here. Nice and firm.
This one.
Yeah, it doesn't move unless it needs to.
Yep.
That one you have to move. This one is just wiggly. Okay, we've gotten the axle nut back on. We've reattached our lines, reattached the wheel hub to the strut. The only thing we got to do now is tie rod ends, which I don't know. Probably do those real quick and slap the brakes on maybe. I don't know what the order we want to do that is just yet. But we also hammer down that little notch so that axle nut won't just break free on us randomly. And things are looking pretty good. It's actually going really smooth. Sweet. Already taken out the cotter pin. Just got out 18 millimeter nut. Now we just got to the castle nut. We just gotta pop it out of place. So in this, we really could just crack this once we get it out of place and spin off the end and slide the new one on. It pretty much hasn't really moved its space, so that's pretty sick. Like, we're not gonna have a really bad, like, you know, we're not gonna have a really bad alignment. But we are gonna go get it aligned just anyway. Still pretty cool. Like, that is really, really simple. Yeah, look at this, boys. Another just, thankfully we're doing that. Shaq was, watch it, dangles without even having to touch it. Just floppy. This, you gotta put some force down, you know? So, that's insane. Yep. Good thing we're changing them. All right, we've gotten our new tie rods in place. We've gotten this tightened down, our castle nut. We've gotten our cotter pin set in place. Now we've just thrown our rotor on, thrown our brake pads on, and we're gonna throw the caliper on, and everything should be pretty tightened up here. Then we'll throw our wheels on, torque them down, put the car on the ground, and take it for a rip. And that should hopefully be it. Honestly, this has been a really simple, fun, easy job so far. Nothing too difficult. So, doing the brakes, and definitely just upgraded to these slot and rotors. They're gonna look really good behind the wheels. Well, and just like that, we are ready to throw our wheels back on and then lower the car down. We're on our way to grab a caliper for Kalli's car because the passenger side one was seized. Well, okay, we've gotten our new caliper on here. Weird enough, the bracket bolts didn't work on the new caliper bracket, so we're just gonna send that back, not a big deal. Now all we gotta do is bleed the brakes, put the wheel on, and then we can get out of here. Well, here we are, we got the wheels torqued. The car is back on the ground. As you can see, we got those nice shiny rotors. It looks really good up front here. Just adds a little bit, you know, nothing crazy. Actually, you see it pretty well here. It looks really good. But definitely a nice little upgrade. Lots of maintenance that was very, very needed. And now we can go take this thing for a quick test drive. Make sure everything is working the way it should. And then we'll be good to go. Well, all right, guys. We have just finished up Kalli's car. Hit up Shaq if you need anything at all. It was a huge help in getting us all put together with this thing. This is a lot nicer to do it here than to do this kind of project in my driveway like normal. Everything's looking really good though. And I'm sure Kalli's really excited to drive this car down the road without the aggressive shaking. That looks really good down there. So, I don't know, everything's pretty good. The test drive went good. The axles feel great, you know, no more, like I said, no more shaking. The steering feels real tight. The only thing we've got to get is a front end alignment. But, I don't know, you guys don't need to see all that, kind of boring. So, we're going to get that done tomorrow. And, well, if you guys want to see some more car content on the Acura RSX Type S, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Also, don't forget that we did do that wiper delete. So, this thing's really coming together. A couple things at a time. Thanks for watching, and peace out.